What's my least favorite is That's the worst offlaner ever. Feel like I wanna fall asleep every time I'm playing Omni.
Yeah, Omni's dull. You're basically just relying on your enemies to play around your spells, really. Well, I can't see the enemy hero. I can't see the Radiant heroes. They're all invisible to us for some reason. Maybe they're smoked, but it's a Snapfire.
There is Snapfire.
Oh.
All right. And we're still yet to see White Spirit, but Snapfire will do for now.
Certainly will. I would have expected EXTREMUM to pick it if any of these two teams would, but then again, I don't really know Gibkey too well, but apparently he's a very good player.
Oh, yeah, he's a Lawn Druid spammer, and I'm guessing a Visage spammer from what I see. Yeah, Snapfire plus Treant is a extremely good combo, by the way, because you can ulti into ulti, and you shoot your fireballs at rooted heroes, and they die.
Sounds sick.
It is very sick. I feel like forZe, they might need more stuns or overall control. I'm not sure if they have enough.
5 seconds remaining.
But yeah, they have a pretty solid draft. This Visage against Pugna, this should be an easier matchup for Visage than it was against TA.
Yeah, it's not bad. You just kind of ignore the Nether Blasts and hope for the best. Very lots of regen. You still lose the lane, but I don't think you get absolutely dumpstered. The only problem is in the fights, you can lose your familiars if you're not too careful to Pugna's constant Nether Blasting and such, but hopefully that won't be an issue.
I mean, I'm not sure, but doesn't the Visage passive protect him from the Nether Blasts?
Possibly.
I'm a pro player, alright, and there are two heroes who I don't know how work, and they're Visage and it's Undying. I've actually never bothered to read their spells, but I know that Visage passive, you have stacks and you want to get through those stacks, otherwise he's not taking damage. So you want some good DOT, damage over time, which is gonna break those stacks.
See, you were saying earlier you didn't want me to get any strats out of you, but you've just delivered any enemy team. They're just like, oh, we're just gonna run Pugna in the safe lane. SabeRLighT's gonna be like, what the fuck is going on? There's a weird green guy in my lane. I don't know what this guy does.
That's true.
Visage, the hell is this? But yeah, I mean, where do you read people's spells? There it is. Gravekeeper's Cloak. Damage reduction. Yeah, so it's just straight up damage.
Yeah, so I think Pugna, until he gets life drain, I don't think he can burst through the stacks. So Visage should be fairly tanky against Pugna, and his familiars as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it should be a fine matchup. Also, you can break the Pugna ulti with stun on the familiars. It's also solid. Alright, and the last pick from forZe is Shake.
I'm gonna shake things up a bit. Again,
I like that.
Really aggressive from forZe here. They are looking to just lay the smackdown on Extreme. Didn't work last game. Let's try it again. We got another chance, boys. Run at them. Extreme, though, they're looking pretty high pace as well. They've got the Pugna and Slark. And to get this defusal, they'll be looking to fight as well. I'm expecting a very violent game from both teams here.
Yep. Shaker is a very good hero against Slark because of all the AoE. It's also pretty solid against Shen and Pugna. And as I said, they needed a stun, so I think this Shaker was a very good pick.
Ooh, it was a bit of a jabango though, as the Pugna was not mid at all. He was an off lane. And it is G, in fact, who is going to be playing the Shadow Fiend in the middle lane.
Alright. I mean, I'm not sure about this matchup. I guess it favors SF a bit. Yeah, it should.
I really expected these heroes to have spawned by now, but do you reckon we're just going to go... I'm going to go the entire game without seeing a single Radiant hero and just be like, well, I guess Snapfire's firing her ulti because I see a lot of fire, but who knows?
That would be pretty annoying.
sure they'll get remedied once we get into the game. But yeah, Shadow Fiend versus Visage in the middle lane. I imagine this is again slightly, probably even more so Shadow Fiend favored. In fact, I think that might be a really good lane for G.
Yeah, should be.
I'm getting kind of flashbacks from the last game here. forZe drafting a fast draft and crappy mid laner, and this time they've got the Shadow Fiend, who's basically TA Mark II, just slightly different.
That's true actually. Since EXTREMUM, they again have two carries, so they scale very well. While forZe, they have Bloodseeker this time instead of Necro, which is a bit harder carry. But the
Not
offlane
much.
and mid are semi carries at max.
Yeah, yeah. And then you've got this Tiny again as well, who just made so much space last game. What the hell? This time, what's going on with the Observer's computer? They're just not running. It's like, no, we're gonna stay in ancient this time. We don't want to
Wait.
run out of base. In the I've never seen that before, but in the preview screen they didn't run. They just stood in the ancient at the ancient.
Prepare for battle.
Okay.
Whilst the camera zoomed away from them. Interesting. Anyway, let's get into it. Graphical issues out of the way, we are into the matchup. It is game number 3. It all comes down to this final matchup here to see who's going to be continuing in the upper bracket, who's going to be knocked down to the lower bracket to face elimination. It's EXTREMUM versus forZe.
Alright, and forZe are swapping lanes, which is interesting, because I feel like Shaker versus Lark is a pretty okay lane for Shaker. I would like it personally, but and I would not like to play Shaker against Pugna. Because like overall, the reason why Shaker is a pretty solid offlane is because it's hard to lane against him if you're melee, but Pugna isn't melee, so Pugna should have no issues whatsoever. Is this Shaker?
Sorry, I'm just watching Archangel blowing up loads of balloons and pushing them all.
But at the same time, if Radiant manage to shut down this Lark, they should be very happy.
There's always this balance between, are we playing, am I being baited, what's going on here with these balloons and all these cosmetics and such. Chu's trying to go in here. If he levels Cookie, he can easily steal this bounty, but I don't think you want to lane with Cookie. And it is actually going to be the Slark who picks it up, and that's 4 bounty runes going to EXTREMUM. And Slark's actually in a bit of trouble here as well. Vansker and Chu trying to chase him down. I don't think they have the speed for it, though. Vansker trying to use those trees, and Kellen's just going to mack it away. Take it out with the Quelling Blade.
I think they might have been able to kill the Chen if he's killed Cookie there. I don't think it would be that bad, but Chu preferring the shotgun.
Click, click, boom. Meanwhile, we see these player comparison over the past 3 months. G having a very successful win rate. Gibkey not doing badly either, but hasn't seen a lot of Dota, to be honest. Only 3 games to compare from, so not really very reliable data there. But gee, we all know this man is extremely experienced. Had his time on Virtus Pro. Had his time, I believe he was on Empire back in their glory days as well.
Dyer's courier
Played alongside many great. I mean, he's a great player in himself.
Yeah, I think he also. I also think he played for Empire. I've heard a pro tip from someone about Empire. Alright, the mid seems pretty even so far. The Grave Chill certainly helps with last hitting a bit.
A lot of high-fiving going on. There's some cross-team high-fiving. But yeah, mid lane, it's not as bad as it was last game, that's for sure. It's doing okay.
So far.
So far, yeah. I mean, this is Shadow Fiend level 1 we're talking about, so once he hits that level 3, things are going to start getting a bit different for this Visage, I feel. But until then, Gibkey's just going to enjoy the glory days.
Oh, and they decided to swap the lanes back. They understood that having Shaker bot is not good. So they went for normal lanes. Which I think is a good idea, because this Seeker can can do a lot against
Oh,
Magna.
Malik in some trouble. Cookie comes forwards. 19 teen and True trying to chase him down. They're going to need an extra right click or two. Very Fire going to save Malik's life and maybe bait them in a little bit here. As look at 19 teen. He's actually trying to play around the tiny. He was trying to go for the toss, but 19 teen plays it beautifully and will not get himself tossed under tower. Just playing those creeps, and Velhor is unable to get anything off here. That's how you do it. Meanwhile, in the mid, again, these guys just constantly trading, constantly fighting, constantly using their spells on each other. But it is a Shadow Fiend coming out on top right now, as the Visage has been unable to get a single last hit since that that last time we talked about him doing okay in lane. He got one. Ugh.
He has a lot of creeps here, though. So
Yeah, they're coming into the tower. Might be able to get a few from that. Meanwhile, up at top, it's BCZ and Vanscore versus Archangel and Kellen, and this should be a fairly easy Slark lane, provided the Earthshaker is actually getting jumped on right now. I'm really surprised by this. Vanscore's coming in from behind. They're going to turn around onto Kellen, but BCZ needs to get himself away. There's too much damage coming out from Kellen right now. They're going to change targets and go for Vanscore instead, and look at the damage coming out from the Slark. That's going to be a first blood, up to 12 stacks, maybe even 13 he got to there. This early on, that is just absolutely brutal.
yeah, impressive.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Savage.
Playing Slark against 2 melees is also pretty nice, because whenever they go and try to hit you, you can hit them back and steal some stats away from them.
Yeah, always finding something from that trade.
Yeah.
Velhol looking at Gibkey in the middle lane. Gibkey seems to be pretty aware of this, though, especially now it's daytime. Yeah, Velhol make himself very obvious. But he doesn't care. He's like, yeah, you can see me. I know you can see me, but you know, there's nothing you can do about it. I'm keeping you off the creeps, and that's all I need to do. Whilst G goes for the haste rune. Love it.
Dire structures are fortified.
Oh, G, he's popping the haste. Velhol comes in from behind the tower as well, looking to try and get the triple stack here, but with the toss, with the right clicks, I'll be able to finish the job. That bird is brought down. Visage dies in the middle lane to the Shadow Fiend.
Radiant's middle
It's a nice rotation by Velhor. It's very easy kill, and this gives SF even more edge in this lane.
As if he needed it. He is absolutely smashing it in the middle lane right now. Coming on that 5-minute mark currently. Bounty runes spawning. And currently... I always hate it when people bring bottles to bounty runes. It makes it so hard to count who's got what.
Yeah. But
Ooh, 19 teen in some trouble, but in comes a Decrepify. Helps him out a lot there, actually, as they turn around and look to chew instead. But unfortunately, Velhor cannot finish the job. Meanwhile, Malik getting under tower, trying to get in, but unfortunately, the tower does way too much damage. Meanwhile, up in the top lane, Kellen's in some trouble here. BZZ trying to finish the job, but a pounce away, going to save Kellen's life. The Slark will live. And down at bottom, the fight continues. They're going down under the tower for that one. And a toss back onto the Snapfire. Snapfire brought down. 19 teen looking towards Malik. Malik in some trouble. Decrepify comes out with the Avalanche as well, trying to hold 19 teen back, but he's so damn fast. He sees him through the trees, and he'll bring down one, and now look towards Velhor as well. Velhor, he's out of mana. He's out of spells. He's running out of life as well, as 19 teen continues to chase through the trees. This Bloodseeker getting everything he wants in the bottom lane as he gets himself a double. Back to top now as Kellen gets stunned up. Vanscore just trying to keep eyes on him here. Interesting routes. Doesn't catch him out here, but does block off his path a little bit. He's just right-clicking him. He might kill him. Getting through the trees here. Yep, Vanscore brings him down. Orb of Venom, 'tis all a man needs sometimes. As they kill off the Slark.
in the bot engagement, Malik decrepified himself instead of the Bloodseeker, and I'm pretty sure if he decrypt the Bloodseeker, the bonus magic damage would be enough to kill him, which was quite a costly mistake, because both dire heroes died because of it.
Yeah. Certainly is costly. But let's see how badly they're going to pay for it. Bloodseeker getting in control in the bottom lane, but the Shadow Fiend even more so in the mid. G is going to be an absolute monster this game. We saw what happened when he was a monster last game. He destroyed him. Slapped them down.
Oh, but the rotation from
Velhor, though, yeah, they find a kill onto the Slark, but Gibkey tossed out of position once again, so he's going to go north instead, but he doesn't have his birds to work with, and he's just going to have to tank the triple raises to the face. And without Mummy here, they might lose themselves a familiar as well. I'm not quite sure. No, he managed to keep hold of both of them.
Both teams making very good rotation. This DP and Rupture from Bloodseeker was very good, killing the Slark. Velhor killing enemy mid laner again.
Yeah, I am worried though about this, about the Shadow Fiend. Meanwhile, Chu jumping forwards onto Malik. Malik taking damage. Meanwhile, Ched in the jungle. He's being taken down at top and is going to lose his life. Meanwhile, Chu, I think he's dead here as well. Down he goes. Malik gets a kill and continues putting pressure on this tower. Chu unable to defend it by himself as they come into that the trees just by the tower there and finish him off.
Starting to worry for this Visage. He has almost the same net worth as Velhor, while SF has like 2 times more than he does. This Visage doesn't seem to be working, to be honest.
No,
But
tried and tested, you know, tried twice now. 2 experimentations.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, they might have found the Chen here. Chen, oh god, look at this. It's a V of death as Archangel completely stuck and beaten to death by BZZ and Vanskul.
Is under attack.
G comes over though. He might be able to grab a kill onto BZZ here. Velhor's joining the chase as well. G doesn't have that much mana though, so might not have enough. Only enough for actually 1 raise here. So if he wants to kill him, he's got to do it the old-fashioned way. A good old rump and pump. And I'll go north. Avalanche spots him out. BZZ on the run. Toss forwards as well. Turns around with the stun. Just going to try and lead them on as merry a chase as possible, BZZ, as he eats through some nice trees here, actually. Almost getting himself away. Tower. Oh, he's actually found the mana for the 2 raises now, so that puts an end to BZZ's shenanigans. But a decent amount of space made.
Space, exactly.
So, SabeRLighT, I hear OG's just got an opening for a new offlaner.
I was just about to ask you if you knew that Seb is retiring.
Dire's middle
Yep.
tower
And yeah, you know, I'm waiting for my invite.
Will you accept that? That's a question.
That is a question, and I'm
Well-
not sure yet. I think not, but you know,
Yeah.
if OG guys are watching, feel free to invite me anyways, and
We can talk.
I'll think
yeah.
about it.
We can talk. Very nice of you just not to outright, you know, deny people, as there's a bit of outpost battling going on here, and there is going to be 1 outpost apiece, as
Dire's middle tower
Blue there did try and make it happen. The tree tried to mess around a little bit. Meanwhile, they've actually found BZZ, just caught him out completely naked in the river, but they get the return kill onto Malik just as quickly. Chu, oh, Archangel, can he finish the job? I don't think so. I don't think he can.
are fortified.
Thank you very much, Living Armor. Down goes Archangel. And once again, 19T just finding all the kills in the world right now. He is doing amazingly when it comes to his money.
Yeah, this Bloodseeker is owning. He has Maelstrom minute 10, highest net worth in the game. Yeah, Radiant are looking good, except for their Visage. He's kinda carrying the net worth down. But, you know, I don't think you need that much farm with Visage. You just get your HOD, perhaps some Vlads or something. You help your team.
Absolutely. Grab yourself a Vlads and join in the brawl. It's pretty straightforward.
Scanning.
Or at least,
Think
very
about OD is that.
What the hell's going on with
like-
Chu? Can you
What
see
is
this
he
as
doing?
well?
Oh yeah, I
he-
was.
He's,
What?
Snapfire is having issues. Going for a swim. That's the most ridiculous thing. He's like hand standing his way through the map. Back legs are tired. Just gonna walk around on my front feet for the rest of the life. Meanwhile, a nice fissure from BZZ actually saving 19T there. Meanwhile, they're able to jump G and grab themselves a huge kill. That's fantastic. Kills across the map. And
It's even fixed Snapfire.
Middle tower is under
oh god. Oh wow. Yeah, that's just the dream for forZe then. Everything going their way. Snapfire no longer debilitated without horrifying malmutation.
Yeah, this SF kill was really huge, since he's the highest net worth on Dire. This certainly helped. Plus, they got the match tower as well.
Yep, there's a lot of value on the map for them right now. One thing I would like to point out, though, this is the difference between the value between TPing to base and TPing somewhere else, and definitely a difference that the shrines make. Because now the Bloodseeker had to TP all the way back to base after the his little onslaught there, wanted to get his mana and health back. And he's still like neck and neck net worth with the Shadow Fiend, The Shadow Fiend is not far behind him at all. So basically the kill was the same as the Bloodseeker TPing back to base. There's the same difference when it comes to the individual heroes.
Room.
It's going to be interesting to see how that one kind of develops in the meta. Well, Kellen's just tanking up these hits from these birds. Oh, trying to time with a familiar. There's a little bit of miscommunication there, though, meaning Gibkey doesn't find that one.
The thing is, this killing of tier 1 opens up Roche for forZe. Think they might look to go there sometime soon. In the mid,
Very possibly, yeah. Mid is where we're looking right now. Well, where we're not looking right now, but they are looking to engage upon to G right now. And they're on top of him. BZZ getting the damage along with the Snapfire ulti. Mortimer's Kisses doing their work. And now, well, they've actually managed to catch out the Slark as well as the Familiars will take down the Slark. Stop him TPing with the Rupture on him as well. And that's going to be another clean kill. Both cores eliminated on the side of EXTREMUM. forZe are forcing themselves through this game right now.
very good engagement. The thing is, this Shaker doesn't even have a dagger yet, and they're winning the team fights even without it. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, usually a hero which waits a very long time to come online and really start engaging in fights, but he's just turning up and helping his team out massively. Meanwhile, another engagement happening right now. I don't think Vanscore's getting out of that one. Tries to get the ultimate off, but dies casting it. Meanwhile, Echo Slam comes down to Velhol. They want to kill this Tiny, and they will get him. Another kill for the Bloodseeker. Currently 5-0. 19 Teen is on an absolute killing spree. Meanwhile, Kellen trying to take this back, but there's a very angry horse and friends coming in to stop him. They're just annoying him. So do it again. Do it again. Oh, they found a kill instead. All right, Chen. See you later, buddy.
Does actually
take over. Okay, all right. Feeds away 2 familiars for it, so...
But impressive, Gipki getting a solo kill.
True, doesn't happen very often. I feel like people have forgotten how to get solo kills after the patch of neutral items where solo kills were basically impossible because everyone was super tonked.
True.
Oh yeah, we can kill people by ourselves. I forgot. A lot of outpost taking going on right now. A lot of toing and froing.
Yep. Bounties one. Okay, Shaker is getting really close to Bling Dagger. I'm sure Radiant will want to do something with it.
Yeah, this should be a timing for them. Get themselves a smoke, get out of base, find some kills. Onto EXTREMUM. Chin Vanscore roaming around Roshan's pit, getting down some vision, getting down some sentries. And of course, all those tier 2 neutral items, always important to grab all those boys out. All right, there we go. There's that Blink Dagger coming out to the Earthshaker. Well, he's found himself all these creeps for him to farm by himself. But there's actually a fight going on. So they jumped 19T, nearly brought him down, but not quite. And now Kellen's the one in trouble. He's getting controlled up nicely by the familiars, but they need to get them out of there. We'll be able to do so successfully. Meanwhile, G comes down and finds a kill along with the Tiny down in the bottom lane. And all this time they've been wasting at mid. Goes towards a kill onto the Shaker. But he can TP back in. He'll have his blink then. So they need to respect that on the side of Extreme. Will they be able to? Meanwhile, Malik, he's just getting beaten in right now. Does manage to get out the Decrepify to keep himself alive a little bit longer, but with the cookie, they will finish the job. Malik is killed, but Vanskor picked up on the backlines as well. And now Velo's trying to make a run for it. Can he get himself away, though? 4 heroes chasing him here. If he can TP himself out, he might live, and he can do. There is no familiar on him quickly enough. He's going to get himself to safety.
How did SF kill Shaker, but did he have Invis?
I think he got tossed in by the Tiny. Tiny was definitely with him.
Oh. Alright.
Something happened involving Tiny, I don't know.
Makes sense. I thought SF solo killed him, which seems really hard.
Yeah, nah, don't worry. He had assistance. He had assistance. That's the first thing I checked as well when it happened. I like this from
Alright.
forZe though. They're not done. They take a very small loss, but I mean, to be honest, they got a couple of kills in the back of it anyway. Now they just need to make this Earthshaker blink go to work. They need to find a fight, and they are doing so. Smoke up at top, making their way down the river. Will they find anyone though? And if they get this, they can turn it into a Roshan relatively easily. I mean, the Roshan isn't great, but with a Visage, it's enough. Let's see, the Bloodseeker not inside the vision right now. And it feels like EXTREMUM have kind of read this one a bit. They've headed south into the enemy jungle, and they're going to camp out there. Hold those high grounds. It might get broken. Yeah, they're going to see Archangel here. Gibkey pops the drums, just wants to run at them right now, but the stun comes in from the Black Archangel, but unfortunately it looks like he's dead anyway. The Blood Right, it's not going to save him. They'll blow him up. They'll bring him down. And that's that. That was just a kill onto Chen. I think you're going to be pretty happy with that one if you're EXTREMUM, because you just forced the entire team to stop farming, walk all the way across the map, and only found themselves a Chen kill.
Yep. But forZe, they're running towards the Roche pit.
I mean, the Chen's already back up. Like, he doesn't have Hand of God, but who really cares? They can fight this if they want to, and the TPs are coming in over. But they need
That's why I have creeps
everybody
as well.
there. This is going down quick. They need to be here now. EXTREMUM, though, they're not getting over to the pit quickly enough. And Roche is down to about a quarter HP. Roche's CCTV camera lets us know what's happening, person to person. Drums coming out just to try and make sure they finish the job. They are going to the backlines here. Pugner, Tiny pushing themselves in. In goes Velhor trying to get the Aegis, but 19 will pick it up and they will kill off Velhor. Tiny nearly making a steal with his own Blink Dagger reveal there, but unfortunately just wasn't able to do enough.
That was really close.
It really was, yeah. He even managed to get the toss off in time, but unfortunately just didn't click that Aegis quickly enough. I think it was something to do with the Fisherin from the Earthshaker. I'm not too sure, but it seemed to confuse him a bit. Meanwhile, Archangel, he's a little less than confused right now. In fact, he's absolutely dead. And oh no, Malik walks in, but gets caught inside the root. And look at the damage from Mortimer's Kisses coming in to finish the job. Gibkey takes a kill. Malik gets killed off by Chew. And Gibkey, beautifully done. And that's the combo you're talking about in the draft. Overgrowth, Mortimer's Kisses, it's art. Absolute art.
Indeed. The Snapfire ulti deals so much damage if you think about it. It's 8 globs and 1 glob deals 300 damage. So assuming you don't you don't miss a single one, you deal 2,400 damage.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
That's a good nuke. Is that level 3?
No, level 2.
Level 2, Jesus. Okay. Well, Velhor doesn't want to bother right now. He's going to go for the TP out, but they will just drop the Echo Slammy Whammy down on him. And Velhor bought into the dirt. forZe find another one. Their momentum is exactly where they want it to be right now. 2k gold, but it's so much more than that when you consider the meta game. The micro game, shall we say. They take down this middle tier 2 tower, and they might push up the high ground for more. They've got one range creep, and by gum, they're going to use him. They might not have a slam, but with Tiny dead, they're feeling very confident about this one right now as 19 gets sucked away a little bit here, but look at Gibkey's little familiars. They're doing to work right now. Sneak them out. As we mentioned before, though, breaking high ground is not really a big deal anymore.
Yeah.
You got to take racks if you want something here. It's, towers are They're not a TP point. You can TP to Rex. They're not a TP point. Oh, Kellen, though. He could be in some trouble. Stun comes out. They're even going to try and use the kisses here. Can they catch him out, though? Come on, Sniper. Let's see it. Boom. Oh, finds it. There it is. And forZe will finish the job. Kellen gets brought down. Can't escape Mortimer and his lovely globs of fire.
Yeah, it's a strong ulti.
Sure is. And it's fun to watch in the hands of someone good. Meanwhile, over in the river, they're trying to smoke here, interestingly. They believe they can maybe kill off Bloodseeker, but there are a lot of forZe hero coming around right now, and I think EXTREMUM are now realizing this one. Yeah, they're out of there. Or are they? Or are they actually, as they jump in with the Tiny? Tiny trying to find the quick kill, but BZZ going to interrupt things for now. Fan score is low, but they can get revenge, it looks like. Malik is able to get down that nether ward. And he's actually staying alive inside the Decrepify, but the moment that runs out, they can start loading into him with the right-click damage. But meanwhile, on the backlines, they're trying to blow up the Chen, but in comes G with the BKB with the Requiem as well, forcing them back. Chen, meanwhile, okay, not sure about that one. Trying to run away from their familiars, I think, but kind of looked like he was just giving his body to forZe, and they find Velhor as well here. Velhor caught out by a beautiful Fissure. I don't think he's getting out of this one as Chu just loading into him. They don't have that much damage, but here comes 19teen. He is the right clicker, he is the damage dealer, and he is now godlike with another double kill onto his belt. It feels like he's just been getting double kills all game. All game. And with its Aegis, he's absolutely fearless. Takes down another one. forZe find themselves plenty more kills and look towards this tier 2 down here in the bottom lane. What is going to stop them? Not much right now, it feels like. G has had a fantastic game, and he's still doing okay, but he just doesn't have enough. He's not doing enough.
Yeah, the Seeker is 9-0. I'm not sure if they have enough resources to kill him now that he has BKB. And Aegis, of course.
Also helps. Yeah, they're happy. They've taken all the outer towers now. Yeah, and I think, you know, just going back to this one more time with the high ground not meaning as much as it used to because there's no shrines to take. There's very little incentive, actually, for teams to go up the high ground. We may see over the coming weeks teams develop into a strategy where you just take all these outer towers, then just sit and wait for the next neutral items to spawn. Steal them all, don't let the enemy team get any, and then try and break the high ground, because there doesn't seem to be much reason to before then. Meanwhile, Archangel, he's in some trouble. Echo Slam comes down, and that is going to put Black Archangel to sleep. Meanwhile, Slark actually has to get himself way out of danger there. He did manage to escape, though. The stun, unfortunately, does not cancel Pounce.
Yeah, I think you're right. Like, this high ground... Like, obviously you wanna exert your power. If you're ahead, you wanna kill their towers. But I also feel like teams are gonna be more careful with this high ground, not to throw the game for basically nothing.
Yes. It used to be the case where you could take high ground, you could get rid of every single TP point the enemy could possibly have to get out of base. But outposts aren't destroyable, even if you do take those tier 3s. Meanwhile, there's a fight breaking down at bottom, and they are just playing with BZZ. BZZ's in some real trouble, and he is brought down by G and his BKB. Meanwhile, Kellen looking for a +1 perhaps here, but I don't think he's going to find one. Chu and 19teen being chased forward. I think it might be the tree who's in the biggest trouble, but nah. A tree's never really in trouble, is he?
Nope.
But you know who's not in trouble? You.
Who?
If you bet through OMG... Oh, hold on 1 second. Having a fight right now. Velhor getting beaten down. This Tiny might be losing his life really early here. Can they keep him alive though? They actually can. Hand of God comes in, but he's getting beaten in. 19teen comes in and finishes the job. They might have lost the Gib Key, but that don't really matter. They're still going to fight into this one. G's fighting into the Shadow Fiend. Nearly loses his life for it, but will be able to bring him down inside the BOP cover. And now they find Malik in the trees as well, but +1 killed off. G and Malik both eating the dirt. 3 heroes dead on the side of EXTREMUM. And only cost them the Visage. That is no trouble at all.
Yeah, this Seeker is owning.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how to play the fights now as Dire. They kinda need the Slark to survive and get a lot of stacks, and then perhaps he would be able to match the Seeker, but it's rough. It's really rough. Now he has even Basher, which is extremely good against SF. It's really hard to cast ulti, even with BKB, if
They
there's
go
a
for
Seeker
this.
hitting it.
Oh. If that Slark had stayed for a single creep there, he would now be dead. They were ready with the Blink Slam. Didn't come in though. Double Nudge, Bloodseeker, very scary stuff. They're not scary enough to keep EXTREMUM off their high ground, off their own jungle. Not losing all hope, but certainly feels like there's not much left in this game for them. But that said, they can bring it into the late game. You know, they've got the Slug, they've got the Shadow Fiend. Late game certainly looks good for them. It's only a 7k gold advantage. It's not huge, but considering the heroes they have, they've got a lot of momentum to throw around. And they're looking towards someone right now, and that someone's going to be Slug. Slug and jumped upon up north. He's running into the trees. Vanscourt trying to chase him here, and they've got the cookie. They've got the jump, but they actually guess wrongly, incorrectly as to where he is. Kellen just trying to play with that 10% of HP. He wants to stay above the thirst threshold here. Silent's going to come out. He doesn't seem to have he doesn't have a TP on him. Why in God's name does he not have a TP on him? Oh God, Kellen's now in a real spot of bother, and it's all his own fault. He could have gotten away should he bought a TP to this engagement, and now he has taken the flak. Chew's beating him down. The cookie comes in, and 19-teen finishes the job. Oh, that one feels bad. That one feels very bad indeed.
Yeah, this Lark is getting dumpstered. He has Diffusal minute 30. It's not what you want.
Not what you want at all, no. Meanwhile, Velhort, oh, yeah, he might be suffering a similar fate to the Slug. Beaten down in the jungle, and they're just finding kills where they want them, and I mean, there's a lot of split pushing going in. Right now, the Chen's army is behind them in the mid, just taking down their creep wave, but they've got one to play with, so they should be able to keep this alive. But the Dire do have a Fortify, though, so...
Yeah, Fortify too strong.
Yep, a couple of Raiders going to kill off the creeps as well. Now they've got no creep wave either, so they'll have to push them through top if they want to push anywhere, but just not sure they do. Roche is up soon.
Nice play by Chen, skipping the wave. It's pretty impressive.
Coming up on the 30-minute mark. And it really feels like the Dire want to push in and grab themselves an outpost, but that's just not possible. Their timing is out. They really don't... Well, they're forcing this right now as BZZ gets some nice fissure off. And once again, the Rupture coming out onto the Slug, just taking him out the fight entirely. But they're pinging him. They want to get him. And look at that Familiar being cookied up, and in goes Deep. They've got Kellen dead to rights, popping the BKB, trying to turn this one around. There's nothing he can do. He's just going to get run down by Familiars. Beautiful play. Cookie onto Familiar. I've never seen that before, but that was tasty. In many senses of the word. 19-teen. Oh, they actually get him. Oh my God. They had the damage. Just about.
Wow.
Okay. Well, that's a nice toss back.
This is a huge kill.
Yeah, just
Very
as
well
Roche
played by
spawns as
Belhar.
well. 1k gold going to Malik. He's one rich little green boy right now.
That was impressive and a bit questionable from 19-teen dying like this. Having 13 kills and 0 deaths and then dying is pretty painful for net worth.
It certainly is. It certainly is. But Malik's not in much pain. In fact, he's having a great time. 1k gold gain from that one. Brings him up the charts quite substantially. Actually richer than his Slark now. What's he spending all that gold on?
Dagon.
My man.
Which,
Big flex.
I mean, Dagon it's good against Seeker if he doesn't have BKB on. It's not that good against Visage. I don't know. I don't think there is a better item, so I think it's fine. Even though some Hex could be also good. I think Dagon is fine, yeah.
Well, they're doing Roshan and Bloodseeker coming back to life. course, only has that tier 1 at mid to TP to now, but they still have that one up, so it's a really handy TP point for him. Might allow him to come in time to get the Aegis. Let's see if they leave it for him. Yeah, they're trying to, and he grabs it. I think grab the haste rune on the way. Very nice. Little forZe scouting forwards, looking for something. Nothing to be found just yet. Oh, interesting smoke.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the smoke, honestly. SabeRLighT?
I think it's fine.
Well, they're going in right now. They're all going for the toss-up. They're trying to bring out the team, but he's got the Aegis, and Velor's just going to pay with his life. And look at the long-range Mortimer's Kisses coming in onto Malik, melting him alive. Cooked Pugner being served up for dinner right now. And they're going for the 32-minute mid lane of Rax. They can't really do much about it either. Shadow Fiend getting ruptured up, realizing he has to make his way all the way back into the base as they look towards the top tower right now. And forZe, they played it slow, they played it patient, they almost threw it away with their Bloodseeker, but they've managed to hold it together long enough. They are now reaping the rewards. Middle lane, top lane, brought down in seconds by Gibski and the violent pushing power that this Visage enables them. And they're going for bottom as well. There are no creeps. They're going to fight into Gibski, but he's got the BKBs, turning it around. Echo Slam on the backlines, they've got G controlled up. Can they finish the job? He's hopping the BKB, turning it around with the Satanic, giving himself a lifesteal, but meanwhile on the front lines, Black Archangel drops and Slark Heavenly going on the way as well, and this Soul Assumption finishes the job. G, no BKB, in some trouble. Vanscore on top as well as the Vines, the damage, the kill is there. G brought down, Archangel going the same way as well. SabeRLighT, this game, it's over. 19 teens, celebratory, dropping up all his items, picking them all up again. The victory belongs to forZe, as EXTREMUM will be brought down to the lower bracket, and forZe claim an emphatic victory here in game number 3 in this best of 3 series.
Well played by forZe. They certainly deserve the win. Even with Visage mid, it didn't seem like it's good, but they showed us that it is.
They made it happen. They made it work. Yep, absolutely. Improving on their faults in game number 2 and pulling a very similar draft out of the bag for game number 3, but playing it much, much better. Great execution and really nice stuff coming out from forZe. So good to see them. And I'm excited to see them play through the remainder of the upper bracket. Meanwhile, EXTREMUM, certainly a strong team. Any team with G in the middle lane, Calendar Carry and Velhor on the 4 is going to be a great team. So these guys are going to be a strong contender to run through that lower bracket, and a very terrifying team for anybody to come up against. And I think that's going to put an end to this series. But yeah, so that means in the lower bracket, it's going to be Jishuf versus EXTREMUM. That's already looking like a pretty hype game. Meanwhile, in the upper bracket, we're going to have Ursus versus forZe. And if you want to catch those games, and they'll be coming up tomorrow. Both of them, in fact, will be coming up tomorrow. Meanwhile, today, we're moving on. We are indeed moving on, yeah. We've got one more game to come. That's going to be Empire Hope versus Team Unique, coming up in approximately 20 minutes. So we shall see you very soon for that matchup. My name's been Nomad, he's been SabeRLighT. We'll see you in a bit.
Goodbye.